Okay. Okay, good. So welcome. So last week we were talking about mindfulness and how important it is to focus, pay attention. And I feel that that is such an important thing we need to learn to do in our lives. And I know I've been working on it for like ever and still working on it. And it's about slowing down. It's about paying attention. It's about looking at what's truly in front of you. And most importantly, it brings you into the present moment, this moment in time. And that's one of the things I love about yoga. You are in the present moment when you're practicing any form of yoga. So with that in mind, we're going to slow our practice a little bit and see just a bit to see if we can't feel our poses a little bit more. Navigate from one pose to another a little bit better. So we will try that. So now close your eyes and come inside and focus on your breath. Notice the power of your inhale. Notice how as you deepen your breaths, as you fill your lungs all the way up, notice how your body changes shape. Notice how your chest rises on the inhale, descends on the exhale. Notice how your belly expands on the inhale and contracts on the exhale. Notice how your ribs begin to separate, get wider. And then when you exhale, how they come back together, get narrower. Notice how your whole body gets bigger. When you take in breath, when you fill your lungs all the way up, and how it gets smaller when you exhale. And now return to your natural breath. And slowly open your eyes. So as usual, we're going to start with our neck. So bring your chin to your chest, look down. Send your nose to the ceiling. Feel the stretch in your throat to your front neck. Notice if you feel any resistance to the back of your neck. Now bring your chin back to your neck and feel the back of your neck. Feel the stretch. Feel the resistance. It's where we carry so much tension. Lift your head. Look over your right shoulder. Again, notice where your body is resisting this twist of your neck. And float your head through center over to the other side. And then bring your head back to center. Let your right ear come to your right shoulder and drop your shoulder. And feel the stretch on the left side of your neck. Take a deep breath as if aiming for that spot. Again, breathe into it and release it. One more time. Breathe into it and release it. Bring your head to neutral. Left ear to left shoulder, drop your shoulder. Breathe in to the right side of your neck and release it with your exhale. Inhale and exhale. Once more. Deep inhale and exhale. Bring your head to neutral. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Roll them back and then forward. And then pause. Send your arms straight out in a T shape, your palms facing the floor. And make little circles with your middle finger, little tiny, tiny circles. I call this the hummingbird, little hummingbird hovering over a flower. And then allow your circles to get a little bigger and a little bigger and a little bigger until eventually your fingers are pointing to the mat. They're reaching far behind you, reaching up to the sky and coming back down again. Let your fingers just reach for the mat. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction, starting with the big circles. And then gradually making them smaller. Until you're back to the little hummingbird wings. And when you make that little motion, that little small little circles, you can actually feel, if you bring your awareness to your shoulder joint, you can actually feel the ball joint rolling in to its socket and release your arms. Let your right arm fingers reach for the mat. Left arm alongside left ear. And make a lateral stretch over to the right. And try to keep your cervical spine in line with so rather than turn your head down, let's keep it in line with your thoracic spine, with your rib spine, your neck spine with your rib spine. And bring both your arms up to center. And let's do that on the other side. Release your right hand, fingers pointing down. And lateral stretch to the left with your right arm. Feel that stretch on your side body. And come back up to sit. Lift your right arm and turn, make that on an exhale to the right. Wrap your right arm around the back of the chair if your chair allows. Otherwise, you can just leave it alongside your body. And bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee and twist as much as you can to the right. Lift your right arm alongside your right ear. Inhale and then exhale back to center. Lift your left arm. Inhale, twist to the left, your left arm behind the chair or alongside it, your right hand outside your left leg, and twist. Inhale and exhale back to center. Bring both arms up alongside your ears. And we're going to do a little flow from side to side. And you can make it as big or as small as you like. Just flowing. Just letting your arms flow. Think of a willow tree in the breeze. I often think of seaweed and the ocean floor just flowing with the current. And then bring your arms to center and back down, hands on your lap. Move away from the back of the chair. And we're going to do our circles. Let's circles. So we're working our way down our body. Your hips now. And this is a very gentle opening of your hip joints. Very gentle. And next time you're forward, you're going to pause and go the other way. And then the next time you're forward, you'll pause again and come up to sit. Right. So let's work a little bit more on our spine. So I like to go, we're going to do cats and dogs. I like to turn to the side of my chair. You can just come away from the back of your chair. It's just as good, maybe better. So hands on your knees. On an inhale, bend your elbows, curl your spine forward. Exhale, curl your spine back behind you, your arms straighten. Inhale, bend your elbows, send your heart forward. Exhale. Continue at your own pace, but notice the shapes of your spine. Notice your shoulder blades wanting to kiss on your dog spine and how they spread apart in your cat spine. Notice how your whole spine just undulates, it's shape shifting. And then come up to sit. Right. So we're going to come back to our hips for a moment. So come on the ball of your right foot, lift your hip, bring it down, left. So you know this one from side to side. You have more joint movement. That's also to say hi to your glutes. Let them know that you're thinking of them. And then come back to center. Right. So bring your hands on to the chair, onto the seat, and then cradle your right thigh in your hand. So interlace your fingers. I'm sorry, I gave you a wrong cue about the seat before. So just interlace your fingers underneath your leg. I forgot to mention to bring a strap, so next time I will. You should always have one though, if you can. So we're going to do it without. So extend your right leg. Send it out to the side. Flex your foot. Bring it back to center. See if you can lift it a little higher and send it just a little bit. You're going to go just a little bit across the center line because you have another leg in the way. Bring it back to center and place your foot down. So cradle your left leg. Extend it, flex your foot. Send it out to the side. Bring it back to center and a little bit across the center line. Center and bring it down. Release your hands. Extend your right leg and rotate your foot in both directions. Go slowly. And then when you've gone in both directions, keep your foot flexed and then point, and then flex, and then point, and then flex. And then bring your foot down. So let's do that on the other side. Rotate. And make sure you go both directions, and then point and flex, point and flex. Maybe another time and bring it down. Okay. Let's do a sun salutation. So bring your legs to the corners of your chair. And we'll start with a half sun salutation, and then we'll move on to add something else to it. So we're going to start with our arms alongside our body. We're going to inhale and gather, bring all that energy up, and on an exhale, you're going to fly over your legs, coming down inside your legs any amount. If your fingers do not reach the floor, then bring your forearms onto your thighs and just hang your head. Lift your head so that you're still looking at the floor, but it's not hanging down. Send your arms straight out, fly out and up and down the center line. Once more. We're going to add one piece to this. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up to a flat back. So you can bring your forearms onto your thighs, crown of your head reaching forward. You're hovering just slightly over your in between your legs. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, fly out and up and down the center line. So we're going to add a couple more things here now. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, place the palm or your fingertips of your left hand onto the floor under your nose, or leave your forearm on your left thigh and fan open to the right with your right arm. Now, this is a nice twist, so it isn't really about your arm, it's about opening your shoulders, it's about opening your chest, opening your ribs. And the arm is just a little flourish. Bring it back down. Fly out and up and down the center line. Okay, let's do the other side. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Your right fingertips or palm is on the floor, or your forearm on your right thigh. Inhale, exhale, fan open. Remember, it's about the twist. Inhale, exhale, fold back down. Inhale, fly out and up and down the center line. Okay, excellent. All right. So I think it's time to stand. So let's come to stand. And come, turn your chair or come behind your chair so that you're in back of it. So when we're doing standing poses, you've heard me say that it's important to have your chair on a surface that doesn't slide, so that it doesn't slide. So that's pretty important, right? Okay, so you're going to come to your mountain pose first. Shoulders over hips, hips over ankles. Crown of your head reaching for the heavens, feet rooted in the earth. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and let your arms just flow naturally by your side. Bring your hands to the back of your chair. Step your right foot back. Walk your left foot maybe slightly under the chair. Maybe you'll step your left foot back a little bit more. That's up to you and your range. So it could be that one foot is farther away from the other, or they're closer, right? So what I like about doing this with the chair is it helps us to square our hips here, because your hips are probably, right in front of the back of the chair, right? So because of the way our back leg is, you're not going to square yourself off evenly, but you're going to try. Come as close as you can. So make sure your knee does not go past your ankle, so you might want to walk your foot a little bit more under the chair. You're going to lift your right arm up alongside your ear. You're going to send your palm facing forward and swing your arm all the way around you so that the back of your hand comes to the back of your waist. And you're going to twist to the right, as if the back of your hand is helping you with that motion. Come back to face the chair. Bring your hand back down on the top of the chair. We're going to do, I'm sorry, I'm thinking that I can't see your chairs, but if you have a high chair, this may not work. So just follow what I'm doing and you'll see you might need to turn it around. So your hands on the back of your chair. Inhale, exhale, bend your elbows, let your torso come forward over the chair. Keep your back as straight as possible, as flat as possible. And then allow it to come down even farther for a humble warrior. If you have an opening and can take the seat of the chair, you can do that too, to bow your head for a humble warrior. Push into the seat of the chair or to the back of the chair and come back up. This time you'll swing your arms around, interlace your fingers, send your knuckles back behind you, open up your heart for brave heart. If you need to hold on to the chair, it is always here. And if you do, you'll place the back of your hand like we just did before, and your lower back and your left hand on the chair. Release and bring your feet together, and we'll do the other side. Step back with your left leg. And remember to get your proper footing. Make sure your knee is either at a right angle or behind your ankle. Lift your left arm, warrior one. You're going to rotate your arm, bring it back behind you, back of your hand to your lower back. And you're going to twist to the left. Come back to center. Bring your hands either on the back of the top of the back of the chair or on the seat if you have space there to do that. Inhale, bend your elbows, come forward. over the back of the chair. Push in to the mat and come back up. We're going to do that with our hands back behind us, or one hand behind and one hand on the chair. Inhale, exhale. And slowly come back up. Step your back foot forward, release your legs. Okay, so I just want to show you something, what I was saying before. I'm not sure it went into translation. If you don't have a chair like this, a folding chair, you can place your hands here for when we're doing humble warrior. So if we were in humble warrior, it would be like this. But again, it depends on the chair that you're using. Okay, so, all right. I didn't mean to do that. So I still want to stay in warrior one. You're going to step your right leg back again. You're going to swing your arms around you, open up your heart. You're going to bring your arms into a T shape. One hand can be on the back of the chair. You're going to inhale, and on an exhale, you're going to twist toward your bent knee. You're going to come to center. Inhale, and then on an exhale, you're going to switch hands on the back of the chair and twist to the other side. Open up your right leg a little bit more so that your toes are pointing outward. And then step your right foot opposite your left. Warrior two. Look over your left fingers. Bring your hand onto the back of the chair. Bring your arm overhead, your right arm overhead, and stretch. And come back up to warrior two. And you know very well that if you don't feel you want to use the chair, then do your regular warrior two. All right, so we will do that now on the other side. So left leg goes back. Warrior one. Interlace your fingers, brave heart. T-shape with your arms. Twist to your bent knee. Always have the chair there. Come back to center. Opposite direction, swivel your left leg, your left foot. And then step it behind your right. Warrior two or warrior two. Lift your left arm and stretch to the right. Come back up to warrior two. All right. And for our finale, we will do our standing finale. We will do a warrior three. with the chair. So in your Warrior 3, you are going to, I just want to make sure I have enough room here. You are going to come up with your leg any amount. You're going to lift your back leg any amount. The first thing we do here is come to an L shape. I'm going to go in this direction because I'm not sure. You come to an L shape. I'm going to hit a piece of furniture. Okay. All right, this isn't working. Wait a minute. Let me do this. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so you're coming to an L shape, and that means your ankles, I'm sorry for the delay, the ankles under your hips, your head is inside your arms. You can bend your knees slightly. You're going to shift your weight to your left foot, send your right leg back behind you any amount. I have a wall here, so I can only go so far. And then bring it down. Stay in your L. I'm going to try to move this a little bit more forward, see if I'm still on the camera. Yes. Okay. All right. Come to your L, make sure you're in your L, lift your left leg. Okay. Any amount, and bring it down. Okay. All right. And come back up to stand and make your way back to sit. Sorry, this is difficult with limited space, right? So we're going to do a forward fold before we do our little Shavasana. But let's just breathe first. Just relax for a moment and breathe. And then you're going to open your legs a little bit, just like we did when we did a sun salutation. And you're going to inhale and fly out over your legs, come inside your legs. If you wish, you can bring your legs closer together and use your thighs as a shelf to hang over. If you're up here, that's perfectly right. Okay, bring your forearms onto your thighs, or let your arms hang alongside your body. The idea is to come to a position where your head is coming a little below your heart. And when you begin to unfold, you're going to go very slowly here because you want to make sure your head is the last thing to come up, right? Because you do not want to get dizzy. Okay. And come up to sit. So it is time for Shavasana. So all that means really is for you to get really comfortable in your seat. It's good to have your arms relaxed. They could be on your thighs with your hands cupped upward. They could be alongside your body with your hands cupped forward. Or they could just hang. So just make yourself very comfortable. And feel your whole body giving in, as if you were melting into the earth. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. Take a deep breath. Wiggle your toes, your fingers. And if your head was bowed, then bring it up to neutral and open your eyes. Okay. So if you're staying for meditation, you're in exactly the right place. Your feet should be flat on the ground. And we can begin. So close your eyes and follow your breath. Do not deepen it. Do not change it in any way. Just follow your natural rhythm of breathing. Still noticing the journey it takes from the time it flows through your nostrils to the time you exhale. Picture yourself now sitting beside a window, looking out, and you notice that it's snowing. Lots of snow. But it has slowed down, very slow. And that you notice that a single flake comes toward a window pane and lands atop some other snow, and yet you can see its design. You can see its intricate design, like a masterpiece filigree. How beautiful. And you look for other snowflakes as they fall down gently past your window. And you look for their beauty. And this inspires you to take a little walk outside. So you are all comfortably attired. You're nice and warm, have everything you need to enjoy a walk. And you find yourself on a path, on an empty street, really, a tree-lined street. And this corner tree seems to want to speak to you. And it does so in the oddest way, by lifting its branches as if a veil flowing in the wind, in the breeze. Shows you its long, slender neck with its necklace of pearls wrapped around it. You walk a little bit away from the tree, amazed at this vision. And you look in front of you on the path you've been taking, and you notice that you're the only one who's been there. The snow has been untouched. That's in front of you. So you turn around to see your footsteps walking toward you. Huh. How funny is that? And the next time you turn your gaze, you see another tree with its arms stretched out, holding the fallen snow, embracing it as if to thank it for clothing its naked branches, for filling it lovingly. What joy. It's like you've entered this winter wonderland, like a kid again. And when you notice some cars parked on the other side of the street, you see their snow-topped roofs. And you imagine that they're floating in a bubbled bath. And you now realize what the snow was meant to say. That this earth needs cleansing. And as you look around, and the snow still falls gently, softly, beautifully, you are want to be part of this cleansing. This connection with nature, you open your arms wide, you look up, you let the snowflakes fall on your face. Maybe open your mouth, play a little with the snow. Open your heart. It's as if the snow falling on you is allowing pain, grief, stress, or any anxiety you might have been holding on to, allowing it to just begin to melt, to just melt away. How good it feels to let go like this, to feel childlike again, to feel you can play. And you scoop up some of the snow and allow it to trickle through your hands. Do you still feel all of that stress melting away as you still play in the snow? And then with your next breath, you find yourself sitting comfortably indoors by a fireplace, feeling the warmth of the fire. And as you gaze out the window, a smile comes to your face for knowing the beauty and knowing the power of nature. And you can sit to remember the feelings it brought to you. Bring your hands to your heart and bow your head. Feel your heart beating against your thumbs. And then slowly lift your head as you open your eyes. And thank you all